Forget about the alone part, maybe don't Google these at all. I'm your host Youssef, and these are 10 scary internet urban legends you should not Google alone. Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Anyways, let's surf that web. Number 10, the Momo Challenge. The Momo Challenge is the perfect example of how random elements can come together and, fueled by social media, lead to a mass hysteria. Who's Momo, you might ask? Momo is a creepy looking bird woman, or harpy, who sends a series of tasks to complete if you text a number on WhatsApp. The tasks start off innocently enough. For example, the instructions might tell you to watch a horror movie by yourself in the dark. No biggie, right? If you're a horror aficionado who accepted this challenge because you like thrills, this won't seem too hard. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay that way. The tasks become increasingly dangerous and culminate in encouraging executing yourself and committing harm to yourself. Failure to complete a task for any reason leads to threats of violence and doxing. Number 9, Slender Man. Slender Man is the prototypical internet urban legend. He began innocently enough. In 2009, Eric Knudsen posted a thread on the Something Awful forums dedicated to creating paranormal images. His submission featured an out-of-focus figure standing next to a tree, who knew that this single post would ignite the imaginations of countless posters and future fans. Other forum members soon built off Knudsen's initial submission, adding their interpretations of Slender Man. These new details would flesh out the supernatural figure in what would become known as the Slender Man mythos. It even resulted in the creation of a popular web series named Marble Hornets, and also a very bad movie. Please don't watch it. Number 8, hide and seek alone. Do you love playing hide and seek but hate having to play with others? Well, don't even worry, there's a version for you. Hitori Kakurenbo, or Hide and Seek Alone, is a game that allows you, as the name suggests, to play hide and seek all by yourself. All you need is a doll, red thread, rice, nail clippings, salt water, and a pointed object. Think a pencil, not a knife. If these requirements sound suspiciously like a summoning ritual, you're not wrong. In theory, you're playing hide and seek with whatever possesses your doll. That's why you choose a pencil, because the last thing anyone wants is a possessed doll to be anywhere near a knife. Hitori Kakurenbo first circulated on a now defunct Japanese horror forum in 2007. Number 7, the Blind Maden. This internet urban legend originated in Spain. There supposedly exists a website that can only be accessed at midnight during the new moon. You also must be alone and sitting in the dark. If you successfully access the website, you'll be greeted with disturbing images of terrifying people with their eyes ripped out. In true sketchy website tradition, a pop-up window appears and offers two choices. If you click accept, a woman will appear behind you and rip out your eyes. She'll also snap a photo to add to the website's gruesome gallery. If you decline, you'll receive the ripped out eyes. Sounds like a lose-lose situation. As for how the urban legend spread, supposedly one person was so scared by the woman's appearance and fainted. The Blind Maiden assumed he was removed from life and left, allowing him to spread the story. Number 6, black-eyed people. Black-eyed people are such a staple of paranormal lore that people may not realize that stories of these infamous beings initially spread via the internet. The first black-eyed person story was recounted by Texan reporter Brian Bethel on a paranormal mailing list in 1996. Were they demons, vampires, aliens? No one knew, but paranormal fans loved to discuss the possibilities. For years, Bethel's 2 encounters remained the only black-eyed people encounters shared on the internet. That changed in 2013, when MSN Weekly's Strange featured more stories about the creepy people. The following year, British tabloid The Daily Star ran 3 front-page stories about black-eyed people encounters. Number 5, Lavender Town Syndrome. Any Pokemon fan can admit that Lavender Town and the related storyline is one of the creepiest parts of the game. Shortly after the release of the game back in 1996, stories circulated claiming that listening to the town music caused people to hurt themselves or made them sick. The science behind it claimed that the high frequencies of the tune caused people to go crazy due to having more sensitive ears than other people that tested the game. This event of mass hysteria was nothing more than a myth, although it was a pretty impressive event considering the technological limitations during the time it blew up. This story traveled all over the world, and it felt like everyone back in the 90s knew about it, even without having access to the internet. But the internet did definitely speed up the process. Number 4, my girlfriend keeps messaging me. Reddit is one of those platforms that can really take you to the dark corners of the internet without even having to look that hard. User Nate SW did not disappoint when he shared a terrifying tale to the popular subreddit r/nosleep about Facebook messages he received from his girlfriend. The post was complete with screenshots and a creepy narration that offered an immersive experience for anyone that wanted to lose sleep that night. What's so scary about your girlfriend spamming you with Facebook messages? Well, as it turns out, he claims that he received these messages after his girlfriend passed away. He claims that after the passing of his girlfriend, he and the family decided to keep the social media account active for memory's sake. Bad idea. Number 3, Annie96 is typing. Another popular messaging legend comes from a collection of texts supposedly between two users only known as Annie96 and McDavie. What starts as a casual conversation between two friends blows up into a full-out nightmare when Annie96 claims she sees McDavie in her home and he's sitting in his house. The conversation feels so organic and real that many speculated these were the final chat logs of a tragedy or a horrible prank. While the evidence seems to indicate otherwise, it's still a fun story if you want a non-traditional scare that doesn't use any cheap gore. Number 2, Loab. Meet Loab, the so-called first cryptid of the latent space, and probably what Slender Man has nightmares about. According to the character's creator, a Swedish musician who goes by the all-too-appropriate moniker of Supercomposite, the AI-generated demon emerged from their experiments with a series of negative prompt weights, which encourage artificial intelligence to put together the furthest opposite of a given starting point. A Twitter megathread by Supercomposite traces the first appearance of Loab in April of this year, responding to a reverse prompt about Marlon Brando. The birth of Loab was, according to Supercomposite, a fairly banal logo produced by the negatively weighted prompt Brando : -1. Number 1, Chupacabra. Yes, the Chupacabra. 'Tis a legendary cryptid rumored to meander around the Southwest and Puerto Rico. The deranged-looking furry friend is said to drink the blood of goats and other unlucky livestock, and there's no way you want to be caught near one. Apparently, the Chupacabra has been doing this thing since the 90s, when 8 sheep were found drained of blood in Puerto Rico. A few months later, a whole slew of farm animals were ended, and after that, people all over the world started citing reports of their livestock having 2 puncture wounds and 0 bodily fluids. And I know this is an internet urban legend video, but I needed to throw that in there because when I was a kid, the Chupacabra scared the life out of me. Thanks for watching. Those were 10 scary internet urban legends you shouldn't Google alone. Leave a like and comment if you think we missed anything, and we hope you have a scary day.